Hello and welcome to HODL Harmony, where the beat of the blockchain meets the rhythm of riches. I, Tom Durante, the Maestro Cam Engage, am your guide to crypto. I keep mixing my intros. Tom Durante, the Maestro. I am a crypto enthusiast who got into this wild world back in 2020 with just a GPU mining rig and a burning passion for crypto and for passive income. I am bullish on Bitcoin and Cardano, but I also like taking profits on other coins, although I am losing faith, but that's okay. With my background music and my music background, I bring a unique vibe to breaking down the crypto economy. Think of it as a soundtrack to your hodling journey. Here on HODL Harmony, expect daily videos as long as I'm around, with market updates, simple technical analysis to read those charts, wallet guides to keep your coins safe, stories from my ongoing mining journey, and practical crypto tips. Whether you're new or a seasoned hodler, I'm here to learn and grow with you. I'm no expert, just passionate, so as always, do your own research. And if you want to help out the channel in our mission of growth on the way in, because you're so kind, because we are growing 5,290 subscribers. This is great. So if you want to help us out on the way in, go ahead and hit that like button, smash the subscribe, poke the notification bell, so you get notified whenever I put out new content, and share this video with everyone you know. Share the show with everyone you know. That rhymes. That sounds better. Even people that you don't. And number 5, join the community on Discord. And I actually remembered to tag and pin, a message with an invite. And I didn't realize, I would just looking on Discord when I got that link, the link expires after 7 days. So I have to go through and update all of my links because I had no idea that happened. Anyway, good thing I just always go get a new one for the live shows whenever it is that I do remember to do that. Well, as the headline says, we may just be heading for war. I hope not. I certainly hope not. I'm not exactly a proponent of war, but this is kind of a big deal. Let me go ahead and read this tweet from our Commander-in-Chief, Donald J. Trump. We have completed our very successful attack on the 3 nuclear sites in Iran, including Fordo, Natanz, and Esfahan. All planes are outside of Iran airspace. A full payload of bombs was dropped on the primary site, Fordo. All planes are safely on their way home. Congratulations to our American warriors. There is not another military in the world that could have done this. Now is the time for peace. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Well, all right. That is a kind of a big deal, I would say. I just wanted to address it, just to say that is what's happening, just so that we're not living with our head in the sand here. We are part of a global community, and there is some stuff going on. Oh boy. So yeah, stay safe out there. It'll be tumultuous, but I definitely believe in the peace through strength that we have been sold, and so far has been delivered. It's unfortunate that we have to do this sort of thing, but we will see what happens. I'm not saying it's the right decision. I'm just saying, hey, this is what happened. I'm not reporting any kind of emotions or anything on it. I'm just saying, hey, look, this is a thing that just happened. So be aware. If you were not aware, now you are. Let's get into... Oh boy, what is this? Okay. Some croc was listening to me. Alright, let's see. So I've got my rundown of the news here today. I need to get rid of that. Can you stop? Grok just transcribed everything that I just said. That's so fun. Alright, let me back up here. So we've got the Grok title for today's video is BTC wobbles, stablecoin soar, hacks alarm. But I just saw, all the things that were happening. I was like, I don't know. I should probably say something about what's going on. Just ever so briefly. All right, here's a fresh roundup of 10 top crypto news stories for my HODL Harmony live stream on Saturday, June 21st, 2025, tailored to today's developments based on latest available information from web sources and posts on X. I've also included the top 5 crypto gainers and losers for today based on market data from web sources and posts on X, plus a hard Bitcoin trivia question to challenge your audience. These stories and market movers capture market volatility, institutional moves, and security concerns to keep your listeners engaged. Number 1, crypto market drops 2%. The total crypto market cap fell 2% to $3.372 trillion, with 320 million in long liquidations. Yo, Chris, how are we doing today? Hope you're doing all right. Hope the kitties and Rose are doing great. 320 million in long liquidations, driven by Middle Eastern conflict escalation that we talked about just a moment ago, if you missed that. Though Bitcoin and stocks held steady. Well, that's good. I mean, we did kind of have a dip. If we were to look, let me pull up the chart here. You can see it on the side of your screen. We had a dip, and then it looks like it's recovered a bit. But I'm looking at some green candles. I like the way that looks. So there you go. There's my chart. All right. So Bitcoin falls to 104,000. Actually, it fell to about 100,000. Hey, Rose, how we doing? Yeah, look at that. We just fell just below $101,000 today, and it looks like we're on our way back up, which is welcome news for me. Bitcoin dipped, triggering $464 million in liquidations amid global market jitters. Good. Did you have a nice hot day today? It was about 104 today over here. Let's see. Market jitters with analysis forecasting 120K to 140K by December. We'll see. I can't wait for this market to get back on track. We don't know where it's going, and I really hate to get caught up on numbers games like we did the last cycle. Like, oh, it's got to hit 100,000. Well, no, it doesn't have to do anything. It's going to do exactly what it's going to do, and we're just along for the ride, aren't we? So try your best not to get caught up on a number. I think you got up to 91. Whew. Hey, Jim. George W. Yep, I remember him. I was a kid, but, I remember that. I mean, basically, George W. is hiding right behind Trump like, whoa, what happened there? Good to have you back, Jim. Glad to see you returning. All right, Nakamoto Holdings raises $51.5 million. Now, this is an interesting story. Bitcoin holdings company Nakamoto Holdings, founded by Trump's crypto advisor, David Bailey. I'm glad we have a name now. I mean, I'm sure I could have looked that up before, but now it has presented itself to me. David Bailey. This is the person who I don't like. Secured $51.5 million to buy more Bitcoin. Hey, smart choice. At least it's not meme coins. Reflecting investor appetite for Bitcoin accumulation per TradingView News. So I don't like... I've said this before, I don't like whoever's advising Trump on crypto. So apparently it's David Bailey who got him in to make a Solana meme coin and all this BS. Yo. There we are. All right. Number 4, CoinMarketCap hit by phishing scam. Oh no, the CoinMarketCap website is investigating a phishing scam targeting its website, raising concerns about user data security in the crypto space, per TradingView News. I know we had a whole bunch of cybersecurity threats and breaches. It was like, we saw that in one of the stories we looked at, like Apple and Google, Amazon, maybe not Amazon, but there was a number of big companies hit with a leak, which is not good, or a hack. Number 5, Wyoming picks Aptos Say for stablecoin pilot. Wyoming selected Aptos and Say for its state-backed stablecoin pilot, scoring 30 and 27 points respectively, outpacing Ethereum and Avalanche, per TradingView News. A lot of TradingView News stories today. JP Morgan launches stablecoin on Base. I heard about this. JP Morgan debuted a deposit token on Coinbase's Base blockchain, a major step for institutional stablecoin adoption, per CoinMarketCap. Trump's crypto push faces backlash. Trump's call for a U.S. Bitcoin reserve and his World Liberty Financial Ventures drew criticism from Senate Democrats, who warn of conflicts of interest. Per Yahoo Finance, I don't know why those two have anything to do with any one another. The U.S. should be able to buy Bitcoin for a reserve, and you all can look into Trump's World Liberty Financial situation. I mean, seriously, those have nothing to do with each other. Number 8, DeFi Development Corp buys 5 billion Solana, boosting its price and signaling strong institutional interest in DeFi, per CoinMarketCap. All right, number 9, SEC boosts ETF approval odds. Bloomberg analysis raised spot crypto ETF approval odds to 90% or higher, as the SEC requested amended filings, fueling optimism for altcoin ETFs, per Crypto Slate. And finally, Tron blockchain goes public. Tron announced plans to go public, aiming to expand its 611 billion USDT transfer dominance, a move that could reshape stablecoin markets per Bitpinas. Alrighty, well there you go. Let me know what you think of those stories down below in the comments. Top 5 crypto gainers. Curious to see if Tether can overtake Paxos in the tokenized gold market. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm curious for a lot of things, but I definitely want to see where we go in the overall market cap structure of all these investment things like gold, silver, the housing market, etc., bond market, and all that stuff. As crypto eats up more and more of that. And I know Tether, I saw a video today that said Tether and USDC make up, so Tether and Circle make up a majority of the stablecoin market. So just those two alone are overwhelming majority of the market of stablecoins. Let's look at our top 5 crypto gainers for today. So the Layer token up 10.4%, surged on Solana ecosystem hype. Say up 9%, gain from Wyoming stablecoin pilot selection. I wish I had kept more. Onyx coin XCN up 8.8%, rose on blockchain adoption news per Crypto Slate. Bitcoin Cash up 6.4%, up on high trading volume. Good thing I hung on to that. OKB token up 5.2%, gain from OKX exchange growth. Some healthy gainers today in a market that was mostly down. Top 5 crypto losers. Newton, the AB token down 17%, plummeted due to low project traction. The Grass token down 13.7%, fell amid fading DeFi hype. Virtual Protocol, the Virtual token down 12.2%, dropped on AI crypto volatility. The Trump coin down 5.5%, hit by probes into Trump's crypto ventures. And unfortunately, Sui down 4.8%, declined amid lingering hack concerns. All right, there we have it. And now I have for you a trivia question. Ooh, this is a hard one. This is a hard one. Oh, DAI. I used DAI before. DAI. So they rebranded it, huh? Because I used to have, I don't think I have anymore. My plan was to, instead of rolling things into cash, was to roll them into DAI, the stable coin. I'm not sure. A Tether gold. Let's look at the coin market cap real quick. CoinGecko, excuse me. Let's see. Tether gold. XAUT. Oh, okay. See, that's what you were talking about. XAUT, Tether gold. 3,000. I'm sure it copies the gold price. 3,391. Let's look at that. Let's see what gold is right now. 3,371. So it's pretty close. There you go. Hey, Mr. Butters. Well, we got some things going on, that's for sure. Welcome. Let's see. All right, so it's time to check in on the market. Let's see how we are handling things, the tumultuous times. I'm looking, listen, this just happened. Oh boy, what's happening with my mouse? So the strike on Iran just happened. Maybe, I don't know, 40 minutes ago, 50 minutes ago. And so we're going up now. So we were headed straight down. And now that it's happened, now that it's over, we're heading up. Coincidence, just where it is in the market. Actually, this actually affecting the market, I don't know. Man, let me check my trade. With everything dropping, I'm sure that I got liquidated. I did. Good lord. Not liquidated, just stopped out. I'm going to put in another trade right now. I still have some ADA. I've been trying to keep it down to just putting a quarter of what I have in at a time. Let's go a little higher. I feel pretty good about this. We're going to go 30% of what I have. Let's see what that works out to. All right, so I'm on Femex. Since I'm doing this live, I may as well show you what I'm doing. So let's see. It shows me, let's put this on the big screen here. So basically it shows me my leverage choice. I'm doing isolated at 10x. That's a limit order, the current price. And I'm taking 30% of my 23 ADA. So let's see what that works out to. I'm just going to hit long ADA. It's going to say, boom, order fully filled. So I am, let's see, my margin is 6.8 ADA. And at a 10x, I'm trading with 68 ADA. And I'm currently down 0.02 ADA. 0.03. It's moving. Yo, hello. One God, one love 24/7. Let us turn on the money printers for sure. I know, unfortunately, Jim, because nobody's in our corner here. Nobody, not one single person, unfortunately, in the government. All right, so let's check in with the market here. I am trying to experiment with, ooh, this is a nice fun little tune. I'm trying to experiment with getting some more charts, because I see people with charts that like put different things together in terms of the price of Bitcoin. So like, let's say, for example, we're talking about gold. So like, you know, gold in price of dollars is AUUST or USD. But I want to see what gold is in the price in Bitcoin, right? So AUBTC, but it's not really coming up. So I'm gonna look into that and see if I can get that worked out. You know, maybe I'll add that for tomorrow for my weekly outlook. But anyway, so we are looking at $102,690.90 for Bitcoin, and this is our hourly candles. We're, like I said, we're turning around. So we got a green dot printed here on the market cipher B indicator, and our volume momentum waves, the big blue ones, the light and dark blue, look like they have reached a peak, and they're going to turn around and come back up. So if I were to draw that line, it would come nice and even right back up. That puts us about 2-3 o'clock. We may have an early morning pump. We'll see. We're going to have a pump, we're going to have a little dump, and then probably when they converge, hopefully they'll come up together and be a nice little wave here. I'm hoping we start to turn some things around. Maybe tomorrow we have another down day, but maybe tomorrow it starts off and Monday it continues, but we'll see. You know, we haven't looked at our money supply, but maybe I'll add that, the M2 money supply. I'll add that to my weekly outlook, because on the daily it just didn't feel like it was doing much. All right. Our ADA, here we are, 55 cents for ADA. It just keeps eating up my stop loss on my trades. Just keeps going low. I was like, oh, it'll never go that low, and then it goes that low. So it just wipes me out. But luckily I'm not getting liquidated, I'm just getting stopped out. All right, that's us on ADA. All right, so our weekly chart for Bitcoin, just to kind of check in, it looks like it's still kind of going down a little bit on the week. Overall, I think it probably was bigger than that earlier when I wasn't looking at it, and now it's coming back up from what it was, ever so slightly. But we're about to close. We got 22 hours left in this chart, or in this candle, excuse me. So whatever it is, and then that gives us nice rain to have a green candle next week. So let's hope for a big fatty, one of these big fat fatties right here. I'm gonna mark that in just to see. Is this it? What did you do there? You didn't do anything. Ruler, measure. Let me see here. I wish I knew how to use this. You know, I think I didn't reload this. There we go, trend line. Yeah, I don't think I reloaded it, so it's going to be a little wonky. Let me reload it. Oops. Sometimes things just don't work right. Okay. Is that our weekly candle? Is that our weekly chart? No, it's not. All right, weekly chart. There we are. Ah, beautiful. I learned a trick. If I can move this chart, that'd be great. What is happening? What are you doing, bro? If I double click on that, it'll sync it and just like automatically make it look right instead of being all big and stuff. All right, there's what I want. Let's just look and see where we will be next week if we get a big old fat fatty. Not even quite as big as that. All right, see? 112, 113 with a nice wick up, maybe to 120. What do you think of that? What do you think of that? SPX USM2 chart. 3 months paints an interesting picture. Yeah, this is a good song too. Yeah, I think what we're actually looking at is not just the US M2. It's actually a global M2 that paints a good picture. Let me go back and add that to what. No matter what I do, it just automatically adds whatever I'm about to add to everything, every chart that I have. Let's see. M2 global liquidity with a 10-week lead. So it's not quite 100%. Let's see if we can find another one with a 12-week lead. Global liquidity, give us a 12-week offset, 75 days. I thought 12-week was the one. So anyway, we'll stick with the 10-week for now because it was looking pretty good. It was looking all right. All right, there we are. So yeah, I mean, we're looking all right. Let's see. Let me put this on top. All right, there we go. All right, there we go. So might be stable. What is this? This is a weekly. So looks like, you know, things are kind of stable. And I mean, this is, I was watching Crypto Crow, and this is what he was talking about, was that we might not see the peak of this market until next year. Look at that. It goes all the way out to 2026. I don't know. I really don't. I hope that doesn't happen, basically, because that's a long time to wait. But hey, that's a long time to stack sats and wait. But it just doesn't feel right. I know all these songs are so good. That's what I say in the intro. It started off as a joke about the background music, but now that's, I mean, how many other channels have background music throughout the whole video? I don't think very many. I don't think there are very many. Many. But anyway, so I hope the market pops off. And then look at that. So popping off into January, February, okay, I could handle that. And then maybe a little dip and then a continuation. Who knows? And a lengthening cycle. That's possible. Core inflation has not been a serious motivator for a while, which I believe fuels overall interest in crypto alternatives. Okay. Core inflation. Yeah. So who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? Let's move on here. All right. So our Bitcoin hash rate, because I am a crypto mining enthusiast, number one. That's really what got me into the space. So that's why I love to look at all this metrics and stuff. So the hash rate has gone up. So that's the amount of hash that's going into the Bitcoin ecosystem. All right, so more miners are coming online, or more efficient miners. They're doing more work. Like I said, I'm waiting for Cardano to pump because I have a significant number. I sold a lot of coins into Cardano, so I'm hoping Cardano can get a nice run this week. It would be so great. And then I really don't want to sell, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell some of my Cardano. I have to put it into Bitcoin because I'm going to buy my new miner in Bitcoin, the third one this year. Second one this year, technically. One was in December. But yeah, so I'm going to buy my third big boy miner, the Avalon Q. It's going to make some money. It's going to save me money on my power bill. Yeah, so I'm glad that I held on to my Bitcoin Cash. I was about to trim it loose and take some profits and put them into Cardano so I could purchase this miner. But yeah, it looks like it's coming back up, so I'm excited about that. But this thing, with my power cost of 7 cents a kilowatt hour, this puppy is making some money. $1, $2, which is better than losing $1, which is what my current mining situation is doing. Where is it? Do I have it up? I don't think I even have it up. Nah, that's all right. So I'm looking at buying this. Looks like I can get a decent deal, and it seems like the tariffs are not as big of a deal as I had thought they were. So I think it's just like a $50 something or other. That's what Voscoin paid on a big boy miner, so I can't imagine that would have a large tariff on it. So I don't know. I'm going to try it out. We're going to go for it. All right, so crypto stablecoin market cap. Looks like it's taking a nice... I mean, we had a big downturn today in Bitcoin, so I think crypto stablecoins... So if we have a downturn in Bitcoin, stablecoins go up. I know, Jim, that's really what I'm looking forward to. Is I already have some old miners. Let me show you what I have. I bought them this year, but they are already older. I prefer the Canon ones. I feel like the quality is all there. That's pretty much, other than the nerd axes, that's all that I have is these Canon ones. Oh, come on now. Oh, there it is. Okay, so these are the ones that I'm using right now. And they're losing money. They're underwater. Losing me $1. Costing me more in electricity. So this one, literally by the numbers, is going to save me money in electricity by half. It's half as expensive to run. Look at that. $5 to $2, $3. And it's going to make me money. It's going to make me more money. I don't really look at this one. I kind of ignore the power price, and I just look at how much Bitcoin am I getting, because that Bitcoin is going to go up in price. You know, my dollars are going down in price, but I'm actually paying Bitcoin for it. So I don't know. It's a little trade-off, but I think the power expenditure is going to be less. So I may just buy 2 of those before too long. But right now, if I can get it, and it's the cheapest hash per dollar right now. And so Voscoin has been buying mining rigs like crazy. So I'm going to follow suit. I'm going to buy another one here. All right, let's continue on here. I got this all set up before I went on. Looks like addresses, they were going up. Now they're going down. I don't know. This fluctuates a lot. I really want to put some information into Grok and see what really is going on right here. Why is it going wildly up and down like that? So I definitely want to look into that. Because if you see, it's like, you know, the price is going up, but the addresses are kind of staying stagnant, and they've gone down over the last year or so. Since 2024, a year ago, you know, February, I mean, we're way lower than we were just a year ago. Just active addresses. All right, Bitcoin mining difficulty again. Mining things that I want to look at. We've dipped a little bit. Or this a weekly thing? No, that's a daily thing. So yeah, we're staying pretty stable. Ooh, you're into eGold too. Or I guess Multiverse X now. But yeah, eGold was very good to me in 2020 and 2021. And so I've stayed very loyal to Multiverse X. I have some of those just kind of chilling. So that I would support that. You know, you can't just be a speculator. You know, you can't just be a trader. You don't want to just speculate on assets and things like that. If you truly believe that Bitcoin is the future, which it is, and crypto is the future, and you want to invest in certain projects, support them, run their blockchains, help the ecosystem grow. I plan another part of my journey here is to start running Bitcoin ATMs. I want to be a Bitcoin ATM operator, and I'm going to start with one, and I've got a friend who's going to do it with me. We're going to start with one each, and then I think we're just going to go from there and grow and grow and grow. And I think we're going to start our business in a good point of the adoption curve, and it's going to be off to the races. And that's going to be awesome. On-chain is up. Ooh, okay. So fear and greed is just barely holding on to neutral. I think if we dip any lower tomorrow, we're going to be in fear territory. And I think that would track based on the geopolitical stuff that's been going on. So I think that's reasonable to accept. All right. And look what happened today. So we have been on a downtrend, really. Pretty much down a little bit up, but basically just stagnant here in the 30s. And we have picked up, I think, because of all this, World War III is trending on Twitter, X, which is partially why I put that in my title. And look, Bitcoin's going up now. Isn't that surprising? And you know what? AI is going down. Interesting. This I would look at the end of this. So it is going down a little bit. Remember, we were right up there at 100 basically. So that's interesting, and our market cap share is holding steady. All right, let's take a look at some interesting things on X, and we'll call it a night. So just a different way. Look at I didn't really even realize this, but there's a different way to visualize what we're looking at here. This information here, just a different way to visualize it. And what I like to envision is this starting to eat up at the rest of these. So that's exciting. That's a really cool visualization. I'm going to repost that. Cool visualization. All right. So today is Sat Day. Sat the 21st. That's 21 million. And that's Satoshi Nakamoto. Happy Sat Day. That's pretty cool. Happy Sat Day. All right. It's 2 minutes long. I'll play just a little bit of this.
I love our little get-togethers.
Well, you know what I don't love? What? Not knowing where to put my money for retirement.
There are just too many options.
401ks, IRAs, savings?
It's so confusing.
Well, you know where I put my money?
Where?
Bitcoin.
What's Bitcoin?
Bitcoin is the first decentralized digital cryptocurrency that works without a central bank.
Well, that sounds interesting.
Stay hydrated.
It's so
Get your
simple
daily
to
dose.
use. Transactions take place through the use of cryptography and are verified by network nodes and recorded in an immutable public distributed ledger called a blockchain. What could be simpler than that?
Nothing. It sounds great.
Right. So is it like investing in stocks?
Kind of, but not at all.
Well, I'm on board.
Really? Because I have so many more questions.
Not me.
Where can I get one of these Bitcoins? Can I buy one at my local bank?
Of course not. What a dumb question.
It was valid.
No, it was dumb.
All right. Well, I usually don't enjoy Saturday Night Live. I think they're pretty juvenile in their humor, but that was pretty funny. That's not the whole thing. You can go and finish that if you want. I don't want to take up too much time. Me trying to figure out. What a dumb question. Me trying to figure out how there's $56 of Bitcoin on exchanges. Everyone's opening Bitcoin treasuries and sailors buying 3 million coins per day, but the price is going down. What's going on? Hello, Bitcoin. Wake up. All right, you're gonna laugh here. You're gonna laugh here. Oh, I stepped in some crap. Oh, I don't know. I hope it does all right, and then I can make a little money, and then roll it back into Bitcoin. All right, this was really cool. This was really cool. Excuse me. Bitcoin was 40 years of work. It built on top of 40 years of work. Yeah, that's for sure, Jim. Yeah, that's what we're seeing. I've heard differing opinions on whether or not that's actually a bad thing, but I don't see how it's not. it's not a bad thing. It's a good thing for the price. I don't see how it's not a good thing for the price, because supply and demand is quite simple to understand. So when the supply goes down, the demand is high, then the price goes up. So I don't see how that doesn't work out. But I've heard some people say that it's not going to work out like that, because they just replenish the over-the-counter Bitcoin, but I don't buy it. All right, so what we're looking at here, this is a pretty interesting little graph. This is the 40 years of innovation that Bitcoin was built on top of, and you can really visualize it. So the white ones are peer-to-peer networks. The green ones have to do with cryptography. Why isn't it up here? I don't see bright green like that up here. The red ones are linked to timestamping. Blue is public keys. Purple, Byzantine fault tolerance. So all these things, digital cash. And so all the way back in 1974, we started some peer-to-peer networks, TCP/IP, right? The thing that the modern internet is built upon was in 1974. That's pretty cool. And then new directions of cryptography, key crypto systems. So they were talking about cryptography. I mean, cryptography is not a new thing, but computers and cryptography are. Okay. Untraceable electronic mail. All of these crypto innovations that led us right here. We got the cypherpunks founded in 1992. Proof of work in regards to email. Yeah, basically the inflationary period of the 1970s. That makes a lot of sense. You should put right here, 1971, Nixon kills the gold standard, basically. That would be another thing that led to Bitcoin. That's a good point, Jim. Smart contracts, timestamps, BitGold, B-money. Like, they've tried it before. You know, it's not the first one, really. It was the first successful one. And then Satoshi Nakamoto, the white paper, and he launched the network. And the rest is history, basically. That was a really cool little thing. I'm going to repost that. All right. So here's some breaking news that I saw about Cardano's Midnight token. And at first I read it and I was like, oh boy, this is so exciting. Midnight's coming out on Monday. But I read it again and it said Midnight tokenomics are dropping on Monday. Okay, so they're going to tell us about the token Midnight, and that's the symbol for Midnight. So if you don't know what Midnight is, it's basically the privacy and identity layer built on Cardano. And so if you hold Cardano, I believe Bitcoin and XRP and all these other tokens, like, it's going to be a multi-chain airdrop on Midnight tokens to multiple chains. And so basically, like, you go and you get it, and you know, I don't know exactly how it's going to work, but maybe we'll find that out on Monday. But from what I understand is, like, you have to claim the airdrop. If you don't, then you don't get your tokens. But if you get these tokens, then I would probably hold on to them and see what's going to go on. Maybe sell a little bit. I don't even know how many we're going to get. Like, is it a 1-to-1 per how much ADA you have? Or is it even, is it a set amount? Like, maybe we're going to find all this out on Monday. So I'm excited about that. And I really hope that is a catalyst for some upward momentum. And that's just another reason why I want to hang on to my Cardano. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay, this is another historical thing, but not so great. Breaking. France officially rejects a proposal to mine Bitcoin with surplus energy. This will go down as a historic mistake. That's a pretty big deal. I think that will be looked at just the same as Germany selling most of its Bitcoin a couple of years ago. All right, this one we'll watch. It's only about a minute long. Let me mute this.
0.03% in interest. To deposit $1,000 into my savings, please? Why, of course, we'll keep this perfectly safe for you, and for trusting us, we'll pay you 0.03% in interest. Sweet, thanks. Hey bank, I was wondering if I could borrow some money for school? Yeah, of course. How much do you need? Just $1,000. Oh, well, we just so happen to have $1,000 right here. Here you go. But
If it's not clear to you, this is a different person asking for the $1,000.
remember, you have to pay us 7% in interest for letting you borrow our money. Okay, that's fine, thanks. Hey bank, here's your money back along with the extra $70 to cover the interest. Great, thank you. Hey bank, can I withdraw my money from my savings account, please? Yes, of course. Here you are, perfectly safe, just like how you left it. Oh, and I completely forgot. Your interest for saving your money with us. Wait, hold on. You guys are only giving me 30 cents when you used my money to lend it to the other guy, and you guys made $70 off of him? Yep. To deposit.
Yep. That's not good. That's how that works. Fractional reserve system. No, thank you. All right, this was pretty cool. I want to look more into this. Let's see. But this is a visualization of the nodes that are running Bitcoin right now, all over the world. That's pretty cool. I'm one of those little dots, but I don't think it's one for one. It can't possibly be. There's more nodes. I'm sure there's more nodes than what we're seeing on here, because when they do zoom into the United States here in a second, like I'm looking, and I mean I see one in my area, but I can't be the only person running a node in my area. That doesn't make any sense. So I don't know. But there's not that many. What you see around the world, there are not that many. Like in Africa, there's not that many. Look at that. There's like 2-3 dots in Africa. South Africa, over here. That's probably Mali. And then up here, looks like an island. Portugal, like Europe's lit up, America's lit up. But I mean, like, let's go run some nodes and Bitcoin miners in Africa. Set up some solar panels. That's a good idea. Saudi Arabia. Russia even has some nodes and things like that. India, the Philippines, all these places. Japan. But like there's only 3 dots right there. I can't imagine one person over here in Hawaii is running a node. Like basically, let's see. Like this is basically where I live, like right here. But like that's gotta be a whole bunch of dots. Or is it down here? I think it's down there. But still, I mean, like, there's no way there's, like, a handful of nodes in the United States. I don't know. Doesn't make sense to me. But it's a cool visualization. I really like that. Like, there's only a few in Italy. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. But it's cool. Let's see. Let me look at the comments here real quick. Bitcoin is forming a Cyberpangea. In case every dot represents one full node, we definitely need to do it better. It's not even close to be enough. Scary visual. Yeah. Yeah, we do need more nodes. So yeah, I just don't think that's an accurate representation, but it's a cool visualization. I really like it. All right, I don't know if this is real or what is this, but this is really cool. Building a space force of high altitude solar powered hash gliders. So I'm assuming that's like a node and a Bitcoin miner and solar panels and stuff like that. I mean, clearly that's AI, but that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Bitcoin gliders in orbit. Let's do it. That's probably the only thing that would save Bitcoin in the case of total destruction and all kinds of fun stuff. So what people think is scary, what actually is scary? Holding 0 Bitcoin. All right. What do you think? What will the price of ADA be by the end of June? And we're getting real close. Is it just like this week? This is last week? Yeah, this week and next weekend, and we are out of June. And that's crazy to think about. Will we be at 55? Will we be at 40, 75, or $1 plus? I'm hoping at least 75. I'd say give me 75, please. That'd be great. I'll take $1, but 75 I could do with. All right, this is interesting here. Elon Musk says we will use Grok 3.5, maybe we should call it 4, which has advanced reasoning to rewrite the entire corpus of human knowledge, adding missing information and deleting errors. Then retrain on that. Far too much garbage in any foundation model trained on uncorrected data. So that means Grok 5 will be incredible. Can't wait. Call it Grok 420. That's a good one. All right. Cardano. A couple more here and then we'll head off. Cardano has real world assets. That's a tongue tire. Stablecoins, meme coins, security, community, dexes, marketplaces, governance, and liquid staking. And it does not have downtime, centralization, failed transactions, and has never been hacked. That's why I love Cardano so much. All right, I am going to have to start looking at Kraken Exchange. Kraken is officially relocating its global headquarters to Wyoming, becoming the first major exchange to anchor in a crypto-friendly U.S. state. With 30-plus digital asset laws, Wyoming offers clarity, benefits, and a growing on-chain economy. Ecosystems are definitely the future of the crypto space, like buying blue chip stocks in the 1990s. Absolutely, I agree. And your ticket to escape the matrix is priced in Bitcoin. Oh, I don't need your sound. I was just trying to make that big, that's all. Excuse me. Excuse me for trying to make that big. All right. Most people will never get a whole Bitcoin. I bought Bitcoin. You didn't invest more than you can afford to lose, right? You didn't invest more than you can afford to lose, right? You did. I think you did. All right. Texas just signed in the strategic bill into law. Exciting time. Strategic Bitcoin Reserve. All right. Let's take a moment and celebrate
Just ask a tough question.
Bitcoin's death.
Should we continue to cover Bitcoin? And the answer
$6,000 Bitcoin. Can you
no.
believe that? Oh
So
my
today
God.
We're having a funeral for Bitcoin.
Oh, it's a funeral for
It was fun
Bitcoin.
while it lasted. So many memories, so many friends. There was Tom Lee and his calls for 20,000 by year end. There was Novogratz and his calls for 40,000. And there was Ripple. I think we'll miss you most of all, Brad Garlinghouse. And then there were the characters. Bitcoin Jesus, the Oracle of Bitcoin, all 500
I just think this
Ethereum
is funny.
co-founders, and who could forget the Coinbase screen grab and mindless trolling on Twitter, and of course our Bitcoin bug. This terrible price action crypto has given us pause.
Terrible price action. From 4,000 to 6,000. Can you imagine? This is 2018. Oh boy, how naive. I'm hoping this person sees this video now. And one last little thought for you. Let's see, just make sure. Yeah, we'll look at that another time. Basically, waking up and having to go to McDonald's for work. All right, so just leave it with this right here. Bitcoin has the same number of users as the internet had in 1990. We are just getting started. What do you say to that? I say it's time to be an astronaut riding one wheel in space, and you know what he's missing? A little Bitcoin in his hand. Whoa! Woo, there he goes. Alrighty, friends. It has been a Saturday edition of HODL Harmony, where the beat of the blockchain meets the rhythm of riches. Are you riding this crypto wave with me? I know you are, and it's been pretty flat, so I don't really know how to surf, so I think I could handle that. To that I say yes. Alrighty, friends, if you want to help out humanity in our evolution, a couple of things you should do. Number one, be kind and respectful to this person in the mirror. It's truly the only person who matters. I really mean that. Number two, be respectful of other people, even if they don't deserve it. It really messes with their head. Number three, be honorable to all earthlings, big and small. And number four, is there a number four? I don't think so. I'm blanking out. Oh yeah, number four. It's been a while. Yesterday was a long way away. Your body is mostly water. Stay hydrated and get your daily dose. I got a different cup today. our background. The Discord's the next one. Butters is keeping track. At least somebody's keeping track. This is our background harmonian song. There we go. Perfect for the sign off. All right, if you want to help out our channel, it's not just my channel, it's our channel, because you're here too, aren't you? Some of you. In our mission of growth, and we've grown a little bit since the last time we checked, 5,293 subscribers. My last few live streams have really taken off. This one, not so much. I was kind of hoping that people on late Saturday night would kind of just be chilling, but who knows? Who knows? We'll get it tomorrow on our weekly outlook. But if you want to help out the channel in our mission of growth, there's a couple things I would ask of you, and I won't just would ask, I will ask. Whatever that means. Number 1, hit that like button. Whoosh. Number 2, smash the subscribe. Whoosh. Number 3, poke the notification bell so you get notified whenever I put out new content. Number 4, share the show with everyone you know. See, it rhymes. Even people you don't. Number 5, join the conversation on the free Discord. The HODL is rotating. Can you see that? You can see that. And the most important thing that you should do we're going to go backwards here, the universe, for the solar system, for the earth, for the country, for the community, for your household, and for you. That's a good one. I like that. The most important thing that you should do is have a great night. I'll see you tomorrow.